Good morning, class. I am very happy to welcome all of you sixth standard students on the first day back of auspicious festival of our India Dasahara. Dear student, yesterday all of you have celebrated this biggest festival of India. You might have distributed leaves of after as in a sign of gold to your each and every member of family, to your friends. You might have arranged an archway of marigold flowers. You might have participated in few rallies. So it was the festival of celebration. Today we are going to again start our educational session. Before going to my topic, I would like to introduce myself. I am Girish Ramchandra Sejal. As an assistant teacher, let Narayan Dev Keshav Kulkarni High School, Ranjani, Taluka Kautemhankar, District Sangli. Before this class, we had met on 21st June, and we all have enjoyed the one of the interesting poem, The Songs of Happiness. Today, we are going to learn here another topic, Standard 6, page number 47. The name of the topic is verb. I will introduce this lesson through my PPT. So today we are going to start the lesson class for Standard 6. Subject is English. Unit 2. Name of the sub-unit 2.6, learning about language. Learning objectives of today's topic are, we are going to identify the main parts of speech. Here again my introduction is given here. Name of the topic is verbs. Now see here, my dear students, here I have given list of such animals, human beings, and I would like to ask you question that you have to tell me, write what the following do. Here I have given the name of monkeys, turtles, lions, people, cats, girls and boys. Now you have to think and you have to give me the answer. You have to tell me the actions of those names, those subjects given here. Now see what the following do. Now see here, monkeys. What monkeys do? One of the most featuring activity of monkeys is climbing. They climb on a tree, they climb on a buildings. It is the nature of monkeys. This is the action of their each and everyday activity. So monkeys climb. Again here I would like to tell you that monkeys jump. Monkeys pull. Monkeys swing. And monkeys understand. Those activities of monkeys I have given here, I would like to tell you that those are the action of such an animal. Wherever we find monkeys do such a kind of activities, they jump, they run, they pull each other, they swing, they understand. Now, how they understand, you know. We are the next version of this animal, and so the power of understanding. Monkeys like chimpanzee, they have the understanding power like men. So we can write here the action of monkeys as a understand. Monkeys understand. So those are actions of monkeys. See, climb, jump, pull, swing, understand. Now see, another creature I have mentioned here. This is a turtle. What turtles do? Turtles crawl. Turtles retract. What means retract? कासव काय करतं? त्याचं तोंड असं आतमध्ये घेतं किंवा हळूच ते बाहेर काढतं. जे बाहेर काढण्याची जी क्रिया आहे त्याला आपण रिट्रॅक्ट असं म्हणतो. तर टर्टल्स या प्रकारच्या क्रिया करत असतात. टर्टल्स वॉक, टर्टल्स रेस. All of you know the story of hare and tortoise, and we have heard many times the race of hare and tortoise. Even though the tortoise speed is in comparing hare is very slow, the tortoise wins race. So this is the activity of tortoise or turtles race. Again here I have given here the action of turtle is a swim. Now actually I would like to tell you here the difference between turtles and tortoise. Turtles, especially turtles, is that kind of creature who lives in a water and they have flippers. Means those flippers are useful for him to swim in the water. But what about tortoise? Tortoise live especially on the land. So this is the main difference between tortoise and turtles. So I have given here the actions of turtles. See once again, turtles crawl, turtles retract, turtles walk, turtles race, turtles swim. So those activities you have to pay attention carefully and put in your mind. Now here I would like to tell you the activities of people. What people do? People work. You know, your father or mother each and every day they work and they do some very good activities for you. So people work, people learn. You all are among people, and now what you are doing there? You are learning this activity. People speak. The action of speaking is especially for people through which people can pamper himself or present his personality among the world. People drive, people breathe. Those are the activities of people. Breathe, drive, speak, learn, work. We have to mention here. Now most of you have drive your bicycle to school. You come to school by driving your bicycle. People breathe. Breathing is an activity. Before 2 years when we were suffering from COVID, it was very hard to breathe for some people, but we have conflicted with that disease, and now we have been living happy life. Again, I have given here name of a such animal. The name of that animal is lions. What lions do? Lions roar, lions attack, lions hunt, lions play, lions fight. So those are the activities of lion, to whom we suppose king of animal, and those are the activities of brave lion who do such a kind of tasks. He fight, he play, he hunt, he attack, he roar. So you have to notify those activities of this animal lion. Now see, again I have mentioned here another animal, cat. Now which activity highlighted here of the cat is trust. You most of have pet cat as a pet animal in your house, and when we handle our cat, it totally trust. It let it be whatever we do with cat, it don't complain. So trust is the main quality of this cat. That is the activity I have mentioned here. Cats attend whenever they want to go somewhere, or whenever they find in another bird or something suspicious in our house, cats attend. Cats purr. Purr is the activity when the cat is in a pampering mood, we find its purring. आपल्या घरामध्ये आपण जेव्हा मांजराला जवळ घेतो तेव्हा त्याचा एक विशिष्ट आवाज असतो बघा, गुर्र गुर्र असा तो आवाज असतो. त्या आवाजाला, त्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीला या ठिकाणी पर्र असं म्हटलेलं आहे. सो कॅट्स पर्र इज वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट और daily phrase. Cats crouch. Crouch means when the cat want to hunt such a bird or any other suspicious object, that time the cat crouch there. म्हणजे दबा धरून बसणे. मांजर बऱ्याचदा असं दबा धरून बसतं आणि त्याची जी पुढची शिकार असते त्यावरती ते झडप घालतं. So crouch is the one of the main activity of cats I have mentioned here. Cats chirrup. पक्षाला फसवायचं, पक्षासारखा आवाज काढायचा आणि ते पक्षाचं सावज टिपायचं काम मांजर करतं. सो कॅट्स चर्रप. चर्रप म्हणजे ते जे पक्षासारखा आवाज काढण्याचा प्रयत्न करतं त्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीला मी या ठिकाणी चर्रप असं म्हटलेलं आहे. So those are the activities of cats: chirrup, crouch, purr, attend, and trust. Now here I have mentioned you, girls and boys. What girls and boys do? They respect. I know you all respect your parents. I know you all respect your teachers. I know you respect all elder people in your family. So you have to respect again and again. Girls and boys dance. Within a next 2 or 3 months after Diwali vacation, most of your school will celebrate annual gathering there. You will participate in that function and most of you will dance there. So girls and boys dance. Girls and boys study. Within a 2 or 3 days, we are going to face first term exam. If you will work hard, if you will study seriously, then you will get good marks in first term exam, and after that getting good marks you will enjoy Diwali vacation. So you have to study hard. Girls and boys, pray each and every day. Our school starts with prayer. So this is the main activity of girls and boys. They pray, celebrate. Just I told you yesterday you celebrated Dasara. After first term you are going to celebrate Diwali. So these are our actions, these are our qualities, what we do for living our life happily. So those are action words. Lions, people, turtles, monkeys, whatever I mentioned here, those words were action words. And those action words, all those words shows actions. Such words are known as verbs. मराठीमध्ये याला क्रियापदे आपण म्हणतो. ज्या काही क्रिया, मकापासून मी सांगितलो तुम्हाला, सिंह असेल, कासव, माकड किंवा लोक किंवा मुलं मुली, ते ज्या काही क्रिया करतात त्या क्रियांची चर्चा आपण गेल्या 5 ते 7 मिनिटापासून करीत आहोत. या सर्व क्रिया म्हणजे आपण असे शब्द या ठिकाणी पाहिले की ज्या शब्दातून क्रिया व्यक्त होत होती. ऑल दोज वर्ड्स शोविंग ऍक्शन्स. ज्या शब्दामधून क्रिया व्यक्त होते अशा प्रकारच्या शब्दांना इंग्रजीमध्ये व्हर्ब्स, क्रियापदे असे म्हणतात. क्रियापदांचा अभ्यास खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला करायचा आहे, जेणेकरून भविष्यामध्ये खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला इंग्रजी लिहिता येईल, बोलता येईल, किंवा कोणी बोललेलं आपल्याला चांगलं समजेल. ही भाषा आपल्याला त्यासाठीच शिकावयाची आहे. आणि म्हणून यू हॅव टू कीप proper attention, so such like grammar concepts. Now see here, verbs that we use very often. अशी काही क्रियापद आहेत जे आपण नेहमी वापरतो. त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी व्यक्त होण्याची संधी होती. बघा या ठिकाणी I have given here 2 letters of such a word. This is the word of 4 letters, and I have given here only 2 words, sorry 2 letters, and you have to tell me another 2 letters. C-O, C-O-M-E. We can prepare words from C-O ... to C-O-M-E. असं नाही की CO ... पासून COMEच होतं. COMB कोंब म्हणजे केस विंचरणे असेल. Our mother cook something in a kitchen, that action COOK means that verb also starts from CO, and we can utter that verb as a cook. Again code CODE संकेतांक देणे. COAK also there is a word cook, लाकड जोडणे अशा संदर्भात त्याचा अर्थ होतो. म्हणजे CO ... च उत्तर COMEच येतं असं नाही. तर मी आता जे सांगितलेले काही शब्द आहेत ते शब्दही या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला सांगता येतील. यानंतरचा verbs आहे that we use very often, जो स्टार्ट जी ने होतो आणि त्याच्या पुढे एकच अक्षर आपल्याला लिहायचं आहे, तो आहे गो, GO. Now again I have given here another verb which starts from the letter GI, and you have to tell me another two letters, and the expecting answer is GIVE. But GIFT gift, GILT guilt, GIRD gird, GIMP gimp. Those words, those verbs are also we can mention here. Another word is here TA dot dot. TA dot dot. And expected answer is TALK talk. TAKE TANG TART. We can also TAKE, now see here TANG tang. Now again I have mentioned here another word which starts from MA, and you have to tell me another two letters. MA, the answer expected is MAKE, make. But you can suggest another verb also, MAIL, male, MARK, mark, MASK, mask, or MAUL, maul म्हणजे इजा करणे. So this is the activity we have to solve. Again another verb that we use very often which starts from the letter BR, and you have to tell me another three letters of this word verb, and expected answer is BRING. But BRAVE, brave, BRACE, brace, BROOK, brook, BRUSH, brush. Again those verbs also we can suggest here. Now another verb I would like to ask you which starts from C, and you have to tell me another two letters, and the expected answer is cut, CUT. Verbs that we often use very often, JO dot dot, and the expected answer is JOIN, join. Also you can suggest here the another verb JOKE, joke म्हणजे विनोद करणे, विनोद सांगणे. Verbs that we use very often मध्ये आणखी एक शब्द आहे PL डॉट डॉट. यामध्ये एक्सपेक्टेड आन्सर असणार आहे निश्चितच PLAY, प्ले. पुढचा एक शब्द आहे RE डॉट डॉट, आणि याचं उत्तर ओळखा पाहू. READ, रीड. रोज आपण वाचन करतो त्या अर्थाचं हे क्रियापद या ठिकाणी घेतलेलं आहे. तर अशा पद्धतीनं काही क्रियापद आपण पाहिली, and in those verbs there were some dots given, and you were asked to rewrite those words by completing those dots. See here, one of the interesting fact or the main featuring fact I would like to tell here, some verbs tells us what is happening, what has happened, what will happen. काय घडतंय म्हणजे काय घडत आहे, काय घडलं आणि काय घडणार आहे हे सांगण्याचं काम जे शब्द करतात त्यांना क्रियापद असं म्हटलं जातं. What is happening, what has happened and what will happen, हे क्रियापद या ठिकाणी या तीन गोष्टी सांगण्याचं काम करत असतं. क्रियापदाबद्दल आणखी एक गोष्ट या ठिकाणी, इवन व्हेन देअर इज नो वन टू डू इट, म्हणजे ती क्रिया कोण करतय याचा जरी उल्लेख नसला तरी सुद्धा क्रियापदाचा उल्लेख काही वाक्यामध्ये केलेला असतो. बघा, इट रेनड, पाऊस झाला. इट बिकेम डार्क, अंधार झाला. आता अंधार कुणी केला किंवा पाऊस कुणी पाडला याचा उल्लेख आहे का इथं? नाही. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी त्या व्हर्ब्स बद्दल एक इंटरेस्टिंग फॅक्ट अशी सांगितलेली आहे, इवन व्हेन देअर इज नो वन टू डू इट, व्हर्ब्स आपलं काम करतं. तर अशा पद्धतीनं या क्रियापदाबद्दल काही गोष्टी या ठिकाणी सांगितलेल्या आहेत. सम व्हर्ब्स डिस्क्राइब अ स्टेट. स्टेटचा अर्थ या ठिकाणी छान पद्धतीने समजण्यासाठी अवस्था असं घेऊया आपण. बघा, या ठिकाणी I have given here 3 sentences as an example. First one is, she was tired. In this sentence, was is a verb and it tells the state of her. म्हणजे या was या क्रियापदानं तिची अवस्था सांगितलेली आहे. काय अवस्था आहे तिची? टायर्ड, ती थकलेली आहे. किंवा पुढचं वाक्य बघूया आपण, ही इज हॅपी. या ठिकाणी हीची अवस्था काय आहे? हॅपी आहे. आणि ते कोण या ठिकाणी सांगतं? इज क्रियापद सांगतं. पुन्हा द रॅबिट आहे, रॅबिट हॅड रेड आईज, म्हणजे रॅबिटचं ते पोझिशन आहे रेड आईज, आणि ते या ठिकाणी हॅज या क्रियापदानं, म्हणजे ते रॅबिटची स्टेट असेल, अवस्था किंवा त्याचं जे पोझिशन आहे, त्याची जी प्रॉपर्टी आहे ते सांगण्याचं काम या ठिकाणी केलेलं आहे. सो इन द फर्स्ट सेंटेन्स, was tells us that she is tired. Her tired states tells here. Again, his happy mood tells here. Means those verbs was, is or has, they tells here state of their subject. बघा, a sentence usually contains one or more verbs. कुठलंही वाक्य तुम्ही जर घेतला तर त्या वाक्यामध्ये क्रियापद असल्याशिवाय ते वाक्य पूर्णच होऊ शकत नाही. My mother is making delicious dish. In this sentence, these are verbs, is and making. My father works in a field. In this sentence, works is a verb. So वी कांट कंप्लीट द सेंटेन्स विदाउट युजिंग व्हर्ब. ही मुख्य गोष्ट तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवली पाहिजे. क्रियापदाचा वापर केल्याशिवाय वाक्य पूर्णच होऊ शकत नाही अथवा त्या वाक्याला अर्थच येऊ शकत नाही. या दोन वाक्यामधली क्रियापद आपण सर्वांनी पाहिलीत. पुढे बघा, आणखी या वाक्याचं वैशिष्ट्य काय सांगितलेलं आहे. अ सेंटेन्स विथ अ वर्ब एक्सप्रेसेस अ कंप्लीट थॉट और आयडिया. विराट कोहली मॅन ऑफ द मॅच अवॉर्ड असं जर वाक्य आपण घेतलं तर ते पूर्ण होऊ शकत नाही. पण त्या वाक्यामध्ये आपण ग्रॅब्स हे क्रियापद घेतलं तरच त्या वाक्याला अर्थ प्राप्त होतो. विराट कोहली ग्रॅब्स मॅन ऑफ द मॅच अवॉर्ड. हा पुढं एक उतारा आहे, गोष्ट आहे. तुम्ही तुमच्या पाठ्यपुस्तकामधली कोणतीही एक गोष्ट किंवा कोणताही एक उतारा काढा, त्यामध्ये कुठलंही जर एखादं वाक्य तुम्ही बघितलं तर ते वाक्य क्रियापदाशिवाय पूर्ण होऊ शकत नाही. अशी काही क्रियापद तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी सांगता येतील. तुम्ही तुमच्या पुस्तकामधल्या कोणत्याही पाठ्यपुस्तकातल्या कुठल्याही धड्यामध्ये, कवितेमध्ये किंवा एखाद्या उतार्यामध्ये असा कोणताही उतारा तुम्हाला सापडणार नाही की ज्यामध्ये क्रियापद नाही. तुम्ही तुमच्या शिक्षकांच्या मदतीने त्या गोष्टी करू शकता. तर आज आपण या ठिकाणी इयत्ता 6वीच्या लर्निंग अबाउट लँग्वेज मधील एक महत्वाचा ग्रामरचा घटक व्हर्ब्स बद्दल माहिती घेतली. व्हर्ब्स मध्ये शिकण्यासारखं खूप काही आहे. व्हर्ब्सचे बरेच प्रकार आहेत आणि ते जर प्रकार तुम्ही शिकले तर तुमचं इंग्रजी बोलणं लिहिणं अधिक सुसह्य होऊन जाईल. पण आता तुम्ही 6वीला आहात, अजून पुढे बराच टप्पा गाठायचा आहे तुम्हाला आणि तुम्ही वेळेमध्ये बरंच काही शिकाल. आजच्या पुरतं बस एवढंच काही. आय वुड लाईक टू स्टॉप हिअर. थँक यू.
Good morning, dear students. All of you are very well known and familiar with the various kinds of scientists. Today, we are going to know a story about a very famous scientist. But before proceeding to the text, you have known about APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the president of India, and you know also the various scientists, for example, Charles Darwin, Albert Einstein. You know, Albert Einstein once said that I'm not so talented, but I'm passionately curious. What his wording says to us, he says that if you have a questioning mind, you seek various kinds of answer to your solutions to your problems. That's why today's lesson is very interesting, emphasizing and motivating to all of you. So, I just want to know about all of you are ready to this journey of science because without science our life is not possible. So to make it impossible possible, we need the researchers, the scientists. So we will start our lesson with the PPT. Let's start. Okay. This is the text of Standard 7, subject English. We will start. Myself, Nita Nirutti Shetty from New English School, Vadgaon Mawal. We are starting with Unit 2, Subunit 2.6. Great scientists have a questioning mind. Yes, the questioning mind is emphasized. So let's start. But before proceeding to the text, I have some activities for you. So let's begin with the activities. See here on the screen, I have shown you a various kinds of professions. I will read for your information. List three of your favorite people. To which of the following categories do they belong? Add a new category if necessary. Here, I have shown you scientist, cricket player, actors, actress, teacher, singer, dancer, sportsperson, musician, artist, social worker, political leader, progressive farmer, soldier, housewife, doctor, policeman, lawyer, engineer, architect, businessman, journalist. What you have to do, you can give me the names of three persons only and just try to find out which category they belong. Because later on, I'm going to give you the answer. Here say, if you go towards the political leader, leaders have to understand people's problems. They work hard. I want to be a political leader. There are lots of political leaders and they may be your favorite person. Then teachers are so knowledgeable. I want to be a teacher. You have a favorite teacher in your schools. So when we just go through this, there are some answers. See, Lata Mangeshkar, she's a singer. Mukesh Ambani, a businessman. Sachin Tendulkar, a sports person. Ujjwal Nikam, a lawyer. Sakshi Malik, a sports person again. Shah Rukh Khan, an actor. Pandit Birju Maharaj, a dancer. So there are the categories and the famous person belong to that categories. Now again, we move forward towards once again a very interesting activity. Describe orally in a sentence or two what each of the above do and the special requirements of their professions. Now we have to discuss about these things. See, if you know the farmers, then farmers grow food crops for all. I will use new methods. I will be a progressive farmer. If you wanted to become a chef, cooking is an art. I want to be a chef. Chefs do so many experiments in the kitchen. So later on we can discuss about it. Now we are going to know about the writer. Who is the writer of the text? I think all of you are very familiar with this personality because he loves the children. APJ Abdul Kalam. Not only APJ Abdul Kalam, a great scientist, Padma Bhushan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Now see, he wrote this text. It is a very rare case that one of the scientists wrote about another famous scientist. So, yes, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was awarded Bharat Ratna for his contribution to the scientific research and modernization of defense technology. Here I underline defense technology because he invented many weapons, Agni, Prithvi. Okay, he loved children's, his books. One of books you can remember, Wings of Fire, Ignite Minds, have inspired many young Indians in this passage. He talks about another great Indian scientist, C.V. Raman. Because in the text, we are going to get lots of information about C.V. Raman. All of you are familiar with the Raman effect also. See, this is the passage first from your text. The name of the text, Great Scientists Have a Questioning Mind. Great scientific minds are restless with questions. They keep asking, why does this happen? Can I make it better? Or what more can this do? For this, take an example of your mobile phone. We have a landline facilities. Then this is more invented. Then we have a hand phone at homes. Then we have a mobiles. And now we have Android phones and the step begins on. That means this is only because of scientific minds. So let us study the life of great scientists who lived in the same era as Einstein, but about 5,000 kilometers east of Germany in India. That means C.V. Raman possesses the talent of Einstein. So here are some questions. Why are great scientists, scientific minds restless? You know, why are great scientific minds restless? Because they are always thinking, why does this happen? Can I make it better? Or what more can this do? So this is the answer, why they are restless. You know the meaning of restless? That means not stable at one point. Okay, की असमाधानी असणे. Why? They are in search of various questions and their answers. And the second question is, was Raman interested in arts? No, he was not interested in arts because he was a science student. So now move further towards the next slide. Here's the passage second. But before proceeding to passage second, there are some new words. Melodious, producing pleasant musical sounds. Percussion, musical instruments played by striking, beating, or tapping. Now, percussion instruments. Here is the word I just underlined because I have to tell you about more that. So see in passage second, there is again given information about C.V. Raman. Born in Tiruchirappalli in southern India in the year 1888, Raman grew up to be one of the greatest scientists in India. He was a bright student right from the start and was deeply interested in optical science and acoustics. Now, what is the meaning of acoustics? Yes. Acoustic means the qualities of a room that makes it good or bad for you to hear music, etc. In Marathi, we can say that when we hear the music, संगीत ऐकण्यासाठी जेव्हा एखादी रचना योग्य किंवा अयोग्य आहे अशा पद्धतीने एखादं सभागृह किंवा एखादी खोली किंवा एखाद्या थिएटरची रचना की जेणेकरून आपल्याला आवाज व्यवस्थित येईल. That is called acoustic and it is a noun. Suppose I will make a sentence from this word also. See here. The theater has excellent acoustics. That means theater sound system is very excellent. Okay, we will proceed further. This is what perhaps led him to discover that the mridangam and the tabla produced more melodious sounds than any other percussion instruments. He was fascinated by colorful things, be it a flower, butterfly, or gem. He kept seeking knowledge about everything around him. See here the pictures of tabla and mridangam. That means they produce a very pleasant sounds than other musical instruments. Got this? We move further now. This is a picture of C.V. Raman, a scientist. He became a scholar in sound and sound-related physics. One day, a ship sailed from the port of London towards Calcutta. On board was young C.V. Raman, who had delivered a lecture on the acoustics of the violin in London. Here, again, the word is repeated. He was now on the ship's deck, gazing at the blue water of the ocean. As he glanced up at the sky, which was of the same shade as the ocean, a series of questions pop up in his head. Why are both the sea and the sky blue in color? What is the science behind the occurrence? See here, he is restless. His mind is continuously thinking that he was seeking the answer of the question why both the sky and both the sea's color is blue. He was not only standing there and not only watching the sky, but he has a question in his mind because he has a questioning mind. All the scientists have a natural ability to observe their nature, observe their surroundings very carefully, and try to find out the answers of the questions that arise in their minds. So, he has a question in his mind, and this question is why? Why both sea and the sky is blue in color? And what happened with this question? See now. His mind seemed to suggest that the reason could be the scattering of light by water molecules. However, his theory was yet to be proved scientifically. That means, though he was thinking that this has happened only because of scattering of light by water molecule, but there was a scientific reason. That means theory to be proved, we have to give the proof to correct it scientifically. And when the ship anchored, and when the ship anchored at Calcutta, the young man immediately went on to conduct experiments to prove his theory. And what did he do? He conduct the experiment that in his head there is a one question why sky is blue and the water of sea is also blue, and he think the reason that the scattering of light by water molecule is the main reason behind that. And to prove his theory, he conduct the experiments. His research in optics, the science of light, resulted in the discovery of the Raman effect. He announced it to the scientific world in March 1928. The discovery won him the Nobel Prize. All of you are very familiar and well known about this prize. And he won this prize for physics in 1930. For physics in 1930. It was the first time this prize was awarded to an Asian. The first time an Asian person got this award. The day he discovered the Raman effect, 28th February, was later declared as National Science Day. So, in India, we celebrate Science Day, that is National Science Day on 20th February. Now, all of you are well known about the National Science Day and why we celebrate this day on 20th February. That is the main reason. Now, see, there is a picture of this ceremony. He got this award in physics in 1930. Here, see, physics laureate Sir Chandrasekhar Venkataraman, that means here's left, had and Wolfgang Pauli, right, at the 6th Nobel laureate meeting in Leonardo, June 1956. I got this photo from Google. You can also Google and get a lot of information about C.V. Raman. So now move further again. There are some questions. What won Raman the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930? See now. Just try to find out the answer from this passage. I just underline the answer. His theory, research in optics, the science of light, resulted in the discovery of the Raman effect. He announced it to the scientific world in March 1928, and this discovery won him the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. And the next question is, why was 20th February declared as National Science Day? Because C.V. Raman was the first Asian person to got this award. This is a very prestigious award, and he discovered this Raman effect on 20th February. So Indian government announced that 20th February was celebrated as a National Science Day. Got this? Now we move further today. Questioning mind with scientific look. See, the prize ceremony distribution is there. Nobel Prize award here in Raman's hand. And with him, Sir Chandrasekhar Venkat Raman is a physics laureate, Hans Fischer, chemistry laureate. Here is the chemistry laureate. Carl Landsteiner, medicine laureate, and Sinclair Lewis, literature laureate. That means all these personalities are from various fields and they get their prestigious Nobel Award. Last passage, even before this, his contribution to the science of optics had been acknowledged and he was elected Fellow of the Royal Society, of the prestigious society where all the scientists from various era from the world got there and they can deliver their research to this society. You would have learned about the Raman effect. Now what is the Raman effect? What is the Raman effect? I will give you the brief history of this Raman effect. See, when light meets particles that are smaller than the light's wavelength, the light spreads in different directions. This occurs, for example, when light packets photons encounter molecules in a gas. In 1928, Venkataraman discovered that a small portion of the scattered light acquires other wavelength than that of the original light. This is because some of the incoming photons energy can be transferred to a molecule, giving it a higher level of energy. Among other things, the phenomenon is used to analyze different types of material. That means change in the wavelength of the light. They acquired the higher frequency than they possess. That is called the Raman effect. So in detail at the school. But do you know the discovery subsequently help in determining the internal structures of some 2000 chemical compounds. That means not only the Raman effect, but this causes the discovery. That means it is helpful for other 2000 chemical compounds which are not known to all of us. So this is a very recognizable discovery in the science field. And can you guess what the cost of the equipment that Raman used to prove his theory was? A measly 200 rupees. A measly. That means a very little amount. A research who got him a Nobel Prize. And the instrument he used to prove his theory cost only 200 rupees. Can you imagine how Indians are? So this is a very useful point for all of us. In a very little amount, you can do the discoveries that are helpful for all the words, and they are the base of other 2000 chemical compounds. So Raman strongly felt that scientists should not be confined to laboratories to solve scientific problem. This is the main thing he wants to suggest to you. What he suggests, you are not in a laboratory to solve the scientific problems. You must observe your area. That means you have a curiosity and questioning mind that may lead you to develop some of the most groundbreaking theories in the modern science. So, you know, great scientists are people who possess a lot of wealth of knowledge. What I say, wealth of knowledge in their fields. But they are individuals, they are personalities who have a questioning mind. They are almost a very curious one that drives them to ask constantly a question and seek answers to the unknown. So, we can always say that a questioning mind is a fundamental trait of all great scientists. They are always curious. They are all always curious and they want to understand how thing works. They have a natural ability. They have natural ability to observe their surrounding, analyze data, and draw conclusions. This ability is what allows them to ask the right questions and develop new theories and concepts. So, to analyze data, we have to be a question in our mind. So, this is the way that Raman told us we have confined to laboratories to solve scientific problems. They should search around themselves and find those answers in accordance with nature. For the essence of science lies in independent thinking and hard work. See, independent thinking and hard work. That means you have to think independently, not in a pressurized mind. And for this, you need a lots of hard work. All of us know the story of lots of hard work. So, and not in equipment, how true. Though the oceans and the sky have always been blue in color, it needed a questioning mind with a scientific outlook to find the reason behind it. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So, the end of the topic. But still, I have some questions in my mind. This lesson is a motivational path for you. How he discovered the Raman effect, what kind of instruments he used for this. So you have to search for this and we have to do lots of think for this. According to Raman, what are the qualities of a good scientist? What you can say in the last passage, we see the answer about this, that a hard work. What he says, hard work. It needs a lot of hard work and independent thinking. That means you have to think independent. Okay? So there are other lots of qualities. They have a curiosity, they have a right questions in their mind. And so we can move further ahead. So measly, a word used to indicate a very small amount. You can make a sentence using this word. Now, things to do. Find out more about the Raman effect. I have given you a brief history of Raman effect. That means when a light enters in another medium, it changes its wavelength. Its wavelength. Now, what is the meaning of wavelength? There are various kinds of waves: electric wave, water waves, chemicals, sounds wave. So, whenever a light transfers from one medium to another, its velocity is changed. Its density is changed. It acquires more velocity or more effect than the rather it possesses. So this is the core concept of Raman effect. Now find more information about Einstein, Albert Einstein. There is a one famous story about the Einstein that he doesn't know the question of the answer whenever he was facing one of the scientific research, and the persons gather around him and ask him a question, and he replied then that, oh, it's a very simple question, my driver can give the answer of it. And that's why the Einstein is solve this question the way. So you can find more information about Einstein, how he discovered the theory of relativity, that is E is equal to mc square, how energy is transferred. Do you have any questions like Raman? Note them down and discuss them with others. That means this is the hint for all of you students. Because our country needs more scientists, more researchers to develop ourselves. And our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who just influenced the minds of children, He also gives them, always put up them to motivate them. Do research. That means ask the questions. Ask the questions to others, to yourself. Try to find out the answer of the questions. So, whatever question you have in your mind, just note them down and discuss with your teachers, your friends, your family members. Okay? So, this is the lesson for all of you. I end again. We have a live sketch of Dr. C.V. Raman based on this lesson. Here's the first answer. Dr. C.V. Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli in the year 1888. He was a bright student right from the start. He was fascinated by colorful things. He was interested in optical science and acoustics. He delivered a lecture at London. He began to wonder about the color of the sky. He was elected Fellow of the Royal Society in 1924 for his contribution to the science of optics. He announced the Raman effect in 1928. He won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. See this life sketch of C.V. Raman, and the similar way you have to prepare the life sketch of others. But before that, find the musical instrument mentioned in the passage, and obviously the answer is Mridangam. Now, list the scientific terms used in this passage. Google the information about any 5 Indian scientists using the following points, arrange it in a tabular form. That means the previous slide of C.V. Raman. Now, scientific terms. Let's see the scientific terms. See here, optical science, acoustic, percussion, physics, molecule, optics, chemical compounds, Raman effect. All these are the scientific terms. That means it related with the scientific dictionary. Got this? Here's one of the note for all of you. Great scientists are not just people who possess a wealth of knowledge in their field. They are also individuals who have a questioning mind. So, if you want to become a scientist, you must have a questioning mind with a proper retract. Thank you. So, student, how do you feel? This is a very nice and interesting story narrated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam about the Raman effect. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Till then, study hard and be a next scientist for India. Do research. Bye, students.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sunil Ramchandra Mogre from NJ Belavali Public School. Welcomes you all in virtual classes by Ebalbharati. Today, we are going to learn about the tenses. We already learned about the tenses on last Wednesday. So, we are going to learn the next part of that one, that is the past tense. We all of you know that. What is in the past tense? The past tense means the things that will be already happened, all the actions. It is already happened in our life or daily life. So we just see the all details through the PPT. Now we all of you know that. What is mean the past tense? The past tense is an a grammatical form in English used to describe actions or event that have already taken place. Means the things that are already done. We already see the present tense. In the present tense, we see the things that will ongoing. But the past tense means the things it is already done. For example, I walked to the store yesterday. Even we can take an example. Yesterday, there was a match of South Africa and Bangladesh. It is the things that is already happened yesterday. These things we indicates it is already happened or completed. Any completed things before, this is known as a past tense. In a past tense, there are four types. As usually, we know that the four types in the present tense, same we have the four types in a past tense. First, it is a simple past tense. The second part, it is a past continuous tense. Third part, it is past perfect tense. And the fourth part, it is past perfect continuous tense. The four types having a structural difference. Even all are the part of past tense, but they have little bit or some changes in their structure, and because of they have the four types. So first of all, we just turn towards our first part, that is simple past tense. Now students, see what is in by simple past tense. The simple past tense, it is used to describe the action in the past. It is very simple things. Any common things it is happened previously, we just explain them by using a simple past tense. For example, he worked late last night. Suppose you are writing your homework and you want to say your teachers that I wrote my homework yesterday. It is very simple and this can be explained by simple past tense. How to identify this sentence? That this sentence has a subject. Here as like a he. He is a subject. What is by V2? The V2 means verb second form. We know the verb on a first form. Then it is second form. And then third form. We call it past participle. So work having ed. When it is a regular verbs, we generally use the ed there. But some irregular verb, as like we have an irregular one example also. I ate pizza for dinner. Actually, there is a present, it is eat. So it is an irregular verb. We use here ate, but generally we use the ed in the second form, in the simple past tense. Even we have one another example. Sachin played cricket. Sachin played cricket. Yes, Sachin is an verb, or we call it a subject. Sachin is a subject. Here the played. Play having the ed, and that makes the verb second form, and the object or remaining parts, or we can call the predicate. So Sachin played cricket. This is one another example of simple past tense. Now we move on to the next part, that is a past continuous tense. The word continuous. I already say that this thing is already happened. Then how it is a continuous if it is already done? Even few things that already completed, but still it is ongoing. So it describes the action that were ongoing at a specific time in the past. It will happen, but it will be in continuous. And this is showing as like a past continuous tense. We have a specific structure for that. That is the subject. We have to use here was or were and verb plus ing. Always keep in your mind the verb having ing in a first form of the verb. It is never in a second form. And the remaining part we call as predicate or object. I was eating mango, where I is our subject. Was, we have to use as per our structure was or were as per our convenience, whatever it is applicable there. So here is I was eating. Eat is a general verb. We add them ing. So I was eating mango. This is, even we can take the same example what we taken. Sachin was playing cricket. Sachin was playing cricket. Here, see, Sachin is an subject. We have to take was or were. So was, because he, she, it, and I, where we use was. Play along with ing. So it is playing cricket. Understood? What we done in a simple, there is no any helping verb. But when we are just see the continuous, we need a helping verb, was or were. Now we are going to see the third part, that is past perfect tense. What is in the past perfect tense? It is used to describe action that occurred before another action in the past. Means this action is completed. The action is already done and it is shows in a past, it is continued, but some part of that it is completed. It is shows by a structure. It is very easy. As usual, we have a subject. Then we have to add another thing. It is had. The all things in a past tense to show in a completed, we have to use the had and past participle. It is called the verb third form. For example, as like eat, ate, eaten, or write, wrote, written. These are the words. These are the verbs form. This is the third form. First form, second form, and third form. We have to use in the perfect tense the third form of the verb. So let's see. I had eaten mango. Where I is the subject, we have to use had. Eaten is the verb third form and mango as our predicate. Even whatever we take the sentence, that is Sachin had played cricket. Now see here, Sachin is our general. Sachin is a subject. It's never happened changes. Had. We have to add the had when we make the past perfect tense. Played, the verb's third form of the verb, or it is called past participle. and the as it is the predicate are our object. Let's revise once again from the first. That is simple past tense. You see the changes always in the structures. Your subjects and objects remain same, only the changes happen here. When we see the second slide, our subject and our object remain same, but the changes happen here, your helping verb along with ing. And when we see the past perfect, we again see there the subject is as it is. Just changes happen that the helping verb is an had and past participle. Even our object is as usual. Now the fourth part or fourth type of this past tense, it is past perfect continuous tense. The things it is indicate to actions that were ongoing and had a duration before something else happened in the past. Means even it is completed, it is continuous. It shows the continuity in that sentence, and wherever the continuity is there, there must be involving ing. It's and showing the continuation of that things. It shows it's supposed to be ongoing things. As usual, our structure having the subject. Now there is a change. We use the had to show the perfectness, but along with had we need the been. We use subject plus had. As usual, what we use in a past perfect tense, subject plus had. But here we added one more another thing, that is been. Subject plus had been plus verb along with ing and the remaining predicate or object. For example, I had been eating mango. Now see, here I is as usual our subject. Here we use to show the continuity had been, means it is perfect as well as it is continuous. The word ing and had been shows or helps to identify the sentences of past perfect continuous tense. Along with this, what we take the sentence in first, that Sachin had been Sachin had been playing. Sachin had been playing cricket. Now, dear students, let me know here. Sachin is our subject. Now, see, had been playing. This is showing us perfect continuous tense, but it happened in a past. Had been playing cricket. Now, just rewind once. See, in a simple past tense, what we have subject and object along with verb second form. Verb second form. What is the verb second form? That is, we use the second. That is, eat is the first form of the verb. Then ate is in a second form. In a simple past, we need to use the second form of the verb. When we see the continuous, at that time, we need was and were and first form. Suppose eat is the first form along with ing. That is eating. When we are use the word, it is eating. The thing is increase in the continuous tense. Along with the helping verbs, we need the ing form of the given verb. When we turn towards the perfect, we are going to use the had. Along with had, we need verb third form. As like eat, ate, eaten. The eaten is our third form of eat. Even some verbs are same as like put, put, cut, see, saw, seen. As like we have three form of the verbs, and here we need to use the third form of the verb in the past perfect tense. And when we are just see the past perfect continuous tense, at the time we need the changes here. Along with had, we added there been and the ing form to show the continuity. Here we haven't used the verb third form, we use the word first form along with ing. So just revise it. We just turn towards the whiteboard. So dear students, just see what we see on the PPT is the past tense. Past tense. In a past tense, we have four types. The first is simple past tense. The second we have past continuous. Tense. Third we have past perfect tense. And fourth we have past perfect continuous tense. Now dear students, we are going to take one example. Dear students, we are going to see the one example to convert into the four forms, same sentence. Here we take Sita eat mango. Now this sentence, the given sentence is in a present tense. Sita ate mango. Sita even we can write Sita eats mango. Now this sentence we have to convert into past tense. So first, simple past tense, Sita. Now what is our formula for this simple past tense? It has a verb second form. Sita ate mango. The verb is changed here. It indicates the second form of the verb and it is past tense. When I want to convert this sentence into continuous, the second form of the past tense, the verb subject it remains same, Sita. Now in continuous tense we use the helping verb was or were. Here we are going to use Sita was eating mango. Now let's see the change here. What we observe, here is a verb second form, but here is a verb first form along with the helping verb, and it's in a past. Was and were indicate always the past. So words was eating mango. Now we see the third example or same. If I want to convert the same sentence into past perfect tense, past perfect tense. So how I just convert this? Sita had eaten mango. Now just see Sita. Sita is a subject where had is indicates the perfect and eaten is the verb third form. The mango is our object, or we can say it is predicate. Now fourth one, when we want to convert same sentence into continuous, the subject remains same. Sita now had been, had been. Now the eat is in a first form along with ing. Eating the same as our object, that is mango. Sita had been eating mango. We already see the all four types. The changes are in the verb form only. Dear students, in tenses, dear students, the changes in the tenses only happen in the place of verb. The subject and objects never changes. The changes will happen only the place of verb. When it is a simple, we don't have any helping verbs. But when it is a continuous, we need helping verb along with the ing form. The ing form is always along with first form of the verb. When we make it the perfect form of that sentence, we always need to use the had before the third form of the verb. And we are to using verb third form, that is called past participle. And then predicate or object as usually. So grammar is a very easy task. Just I gave you a few examples to you for your practice sessions. Convert these sentences at your home for your practice. Sagar run fastly. Sahil wrote later. Sunil sung song. Dear students, you have a three sentence. Dear students, you have a three sentences. You have a three sentences. Sagar run fastly. Sahil wrote later. And Sunil sung song. So you have to convert these three sentences, what we learned today, in these four forms. That is simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. Even we already see all these types in the PPT. Even we revise it here, how to convert these sentences. So I hope so you understand this part. Dear students, I hope so. You understand the past tense. The past tense or even present or future tense are the basic parts of our grammar. It's a very funny and interesting parts. I hope so. By using the structures, you are easily able to understand the past tense. And even you will be practicing more and you will be capable to convert these all sentences very nicely. I hope so. You nicely enjoy my session. You nicely enjoy my session. Thank you.